And good evening and welcome everybody into Independence, Iowa. We are done with the doubleheader already here tonight as we just got done with the 14-inning contest. Independence defeated the Hawks by a score of 1-0 on a two-out error. That's kind of the way things happen sometimes. We talked about probably from the 6th, 7th inning on that somebody's got to put pressure on the other team and somebody's going to make an error or something, and that's exactly what happened. And the Hawks on the short end of that lose 1-0. Yeah, that was a toughie, but that was 14 innings and played very efficiently, a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and 18 minutes. Sometimes they're 3 hours longer than that, but both pitchers threw extremely well. There were some situations in there that both teams could have scored earlier in the game, and they just couldn't get the right hit at the right time. And Independence took advantage of a West Delaware and squeaked out a 1-0 14-inning win. And, we knew it was going to be close. We knew it was going to be a pitcher's duel, and that's what it was. And it was a great game. Great game. Great game. A little bit different lineup here tonight. Outside of the pitchers, we're pretty close to the same. For the Hawks here leading off, here in Game 2, they're going to have Eve Waterworth, followed by Ella Kolak, Macy Kleitsch, Heather Himes, Eva Lynn, Claire Demmer, Joanna Voss, Kaya Demmer, and Leah Wegman. Same batting order. The only difference here is Macy Kleitsch is going to be playing first base. Kaya Demmer becomes a designated player, and Emily Klosterman is going to be pitching Game 2 here tonight. About the same difference for the Independence Mustangs. Defensively, the same defense. Sydney Hearn in left, Abby Myborg in center, Kaylee Hush in right, Mary Pufford at third, Abby Davis at short, Brooke Beatty at second, and Allie Jo Zeezer at first. Kenzie Fischel doing the catching. And the pitcher here in Game 2 will be Megan Brock. And Eve Waterworth gets this thing started here. Coach Logan, what's going to have to happen, Brock does not throw with the heat that Hupke brought that first game, so the Hawks are going to have to adjust their swing just a little bit to start this, get their timing down, and it's like seeing some off-speed fastballs, and she's going to keep the ball down in the strike zone, and Hawks should have, once they get their timing down, there'll be a base hit to start right there. It might be two. She took a hard turn at first base. Might have had two thinking there. I'll tell you what, Puffin at third base just let that go right over her head, expecting the shortstop to get there, but that was a long run for the shortstop to make that play. The Hawks start off game number 2 with a nice base hit there, and they got something going. Yeah, Eve Wetter were 3 out of 6 in Game 1. Ella Kolak coming up now. She was 2 out of 6, as the Hawks had 8 hits in that game, and 7 of them by the top 4 hitters in the lineup, and that's kind of where that punch is for the Hawks. A leadoff single by Wetter, where Ella Kolak steps in there now. Megan Brock doing the pitching here. There's a bunt right back out to the pitcher. Brock picks it up, throws over to first just in time. The second baseman, Beatty, goes there. It'll be a 1-4 sacrifice bunt, but that puts Eve Wetter out at second with 1 out. That'll bring up Macy Kleitsch. On the right side of the box, Ella Kolak is very quick going down that line. She's fast. She is very, very fast going down that line. She is quick. Megan Brock, the pitcher in Game 2, we'll give you some stats on her after this pitch. Pitch is low and away, ball 1. This is her 11th start of the year, record of 4-4, 43 in a third inning pitch. Allowed 44 hits, 37 runs, 19 earned, a 3.07 earned run average. Walked 15, hit 4, struck out 17 in 34 innings. So she doesn't strike out a lot of batters. Behind in the count now, 0-2 to Macy Kleitsch, who was 1 for 6 in Game 1, the tough luck loser in that Game 1. And give her the Iron Person Award there for throwing 180 pitches in that 14-inning game. That is unbelievable. But that's that winter conditioning. You start those winter workouts, and that's what you condition your body for. Well, it is, and there's a lot of teams that maybe only have one pitcher, and they'll pitch both games of doubleheader and get up to that. So that's a lot of pitches for 14 straight innings. There's a pitch low in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. And that'll be I'll give it a wild pitch on there because it was a tough play by the catcher. Weatherworth advances to third, so scoring position here with 1 out. And Kleitsch ahead 3-1 on the count. She can look for a pitch to her liking here. 3-1 pitch. A one hopper hit right to Puffer to third. Throw over there. Not a real good throw. Picked up. Throw home. It's going to get him out at home. So it's going to be a 5-3, 3-1 double play to end the inning. So, controversy at home plate. Well, and Coach Rave is out there talking to it, too, kind of smiling like, oh, man, I can't believe it. But that's what it is. And, 3 up, 3 down the unconventional way. And the Hawks still scoreless. And but this is only the first inning of the second game. So half an inning's in the books. Plus Delaware 0. Independence coming to bat. You listen to Hawk Softball on KMCH.
J&D Catering and Suites in New Vienna provides exceptional handcrafted food, whether a cocktail buffet, formal dinner, or a themed event. Let Diane and her staff create a customized menu sure to wow your guests. They offer an extensive specialty cupcake and cake menu. Call or check them out on Facebook. Let J&D Catering and Suites set your next special event above the rest.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4brown.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
You expect big hits on the field, but not on the road. So when the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
And welcome back to Hawk Softball on KMCH. Bill Logan along with Roger Reed. Game 2 here in the bottom of the first inning, leading off for the Mustangs. Left fielder Sidney Hearn, left-handed senior, steps in there. Takes that pitch low, 1-1. The count on senior pitcher for the Hawks here in Game 2, Emily Klosterman. We'll give you some numbers on her after this pitch. And she's had a real fine season here so far early in the year. That pitch high, 2-1 the count. Emily, this is her 13th start of the year. Record is 10-3. 74 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 57 hits, 24 runs, 18 of them earned, 1.69 earned run average, 15 walks, no hit batters, 102 strikeouts. So doing a nice job here her senior season. Well, she gives you a little different look up at the plate. You know, she works low to high and works inside to outside. Not as much bend on the ball as we saw Macy Kleitsch, but she throws a really nice rise ball. We just thought right there, a little bit too high in the zone there. Tried to get her and fishing for it. Full count right now. So, you know, good combination. Kleitsch and Klosterman, you know, with the 5-pitch walk by Hearn. So Independence will get their leadoff batter on the base to start the bottom of inning number 1. They'll bring up senior shortstop Abby Davis. She was 3 out of 6 in Game 1. Mustangs had 8 hits, and she had 3 of them. Squares away to bunt. Bunts at it, fouls it back. And, maybe a little surprised they're going for a bunt for a run here, but maybe they figure if they can get a run and put the pressure on, you know, I don't think we're going to have anything near a 1-0 14-inning game here. I'd be surprised if I think either team's going to have to probably score 4, 5, 6 runs maybe to win this game. You know, I was talking to some of the Independence people between games, and they said, you know, Megan does a nice job pitching, but they hit her, you know, so because she does it a little bit slower. So they're going to have to score some runs, and Hawks hopefully can score some runs. There was a swing and a miss. Strike 3, great 0-2 pitch, went right after to retire Davis without letting that runner to advance. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Allie Jo Caesar. She was 1 out of 6 in Game 1. A junior first baseman for the Mustangs. First pitch from Klosterman is high and outside, ball 1. We were talking about the pitches. Kleitsch works more in and out, more out than, you know, type stuff, a little bit high and low, but Emily does that high and low more than she does in and out. She tries to get you to go for something up around the letters, and does more of that, maybe more so than the in and out, and that's all her release points. And behind in the count here now, 2-0 to Allie Jo Caesar. There's ball 3 right there, low, right at the ankles. So what both pitchers did last game was do a good job of working ahead in the count. Yep, Kleitsch and Hupke both working ahead in the count. There's a 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the inning given up. Now the Mustangs runners the first and second one out, and the number 4 hitter, the winning pitcher in Game 1, Mackenzie Hupke, designated player of this game as Megan Brock doing the pitching here in game 2. So she's going to get a well-deserved rest here, just being a designated player here in game 2. She comes up with 1 out, takes that first pitch. High ball 1. And she threw 160 pitches in her 14-inning outing. So imagine the ice will go on the shoulder, so they're ready for Friday, Saturday. Yeah, we'll get a good look at them Saturday, or Friday and Saturday, as coming over to the Hawk Invitational. And we'll talk throughout this game here about that Hawk Softball Invitational coming up. 15 teams coming to town. And up in the Beckman Complex, they'll have all 3 diamonds in action. First 2 diamonds at 9 o'clock, and then from then on, 10:45 game from then on will be all 3 diamonds at the Beckman Complex. So some great softball coming up, 5 ranked teams. And there's another 4-pitch walk. Loads the bases here with 1 out. You know, Emily Klosterman having a little hard time finding that release point. Yeah, everything's high right now, so you have to take a bigger step, drive to the plate. We're going to have a courtesy runner, and that's going to be number 4 for Independence. Number 4 is Abby Myberg. She's the flex player playing center field, so she's coming in to run for the DP. So Independence loaded the bases on walk. 1 out here. 1 out. Kenzie Fischel's coming up. She was 1 for 6 in game 1. Junior catcher for the Mustangs. So she steps in there again. A high pitch. So Postman battling that release point right now because probably 80 to 90% of her pitches are high in the zone. 1-0 pitch finds that one right in there. 1-1. That a girl. Come right after him. Stay confident. Stay strong. Come shoot right at the plate. Give Wegman a good target and shoot to the glove. 1-1 to count. Another pitch right in there. Called strike 2. That was a great pitch. As the Independence Mustangs coming to town Friday. They'll play a 9 o'clock game Friday morning against Wahlert Catholic. Tried to hit that outside corner a little bit too high. Evens the count 2-2 now on Kenzie Fischels. That was Klosterman's 20th pitch of the inning already. There's a line shot out the path, off on left field. 1 runs in, 2 runs in. Runner first is going to come in as that goes all the way out to the outfield. And they're going to hold the runner at third, Fischels. She gets a triple and 3 runs in for Independence. And I was talking to one of the Independence fans or parents back here, and he says, if you think that fence is only 220 feet out there, you're crazy because it's a little longer than that. We talked about it, that if you hit it to the fence, people are going to really run the bases here. So they're going to put in a courtesy runner, Rose Beatty. For Fischel, it's number 2, Jaden Schultz. Jaden Schultz, a courtesy runner for the catcher, Kenzie Fischels. But 3 runs early here, all 3 on the walk. So come back to haunt the Hawks here. And still just 1 out. Brooke Beatty's going to step up there. Brooke Beatty was 1 for 6. She led off with a single in the bottom of the 10th inning. There, his first pitch is a called strike. That's what happens when you get behind in the count. You know, then you got to groove one, and you got a good hitter like Fischels up there. Boy, she hit it right on the button. That spun right away from Voss in left field. And I tell you what, once it gets by the outfielders, you are free to run. Kind of a check swing, half swing there by Beatty. 0-2 to count now. Runner at third and still just the 1 out. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big second out there for the Hawks. Second strikeout by Klosterman. That'll bring up Mary Puffett, excuse me. She's 0 for 6 tonight. Third baseman junior played a great defensive third base in that game 1. Yeah, she certainly did. She made some great plays over there. There's a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Puffett. Stopping some balls that could have easily made it to the outfield. A very, very good glove at third base. 1 strike to count. That pitch is outside. 1-1. More clouds off there to the west, but they're going to go south of us and miss us. As we had a dark cloud goers here before. There's a swing and a miss on a pitch low in the zone. 1-2 to count now on Puffett. Got some help there. And which Emily will take that any day. That's right. Keep going somewhere close. There's a swing and a foul ball back in the screen. Count holds at 1-2. 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Mustangs with 3 runs in, walk the bases loaded, and then the 3-run triple by Kenzie Fischels. Again, fouled back into the screen. Count will remain 1-2. Closely doing a nice job finding the zone now. She's keeping the ball down. Looking for a ground ball here to get out of this bottom of the first inning. 1-2 pitch. A nice little changeup swung on, dropped in there, throws down the first. Struck out the side eventually, but 3 walks, followed by the bases loaded triple, put 3 on the board for Independence here. Score after 1, Independence 3, West Delaware 0. You're listening to West Delaware Hawks softball on KMCH.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Put a little south in your mouth at your next event or party with Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack. You can't go wrong with any of their melt-in-your-mouth options. Their 2019 calendar is filling up fast, so book them today. 319-361-8624. Set your event above the rest with Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack. Mobile vending and catering.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
And welcome back to Hawks Softball on KMCH. Bill Hogan and Roger Reed bringing you tonight's second game of the doubleheader. Kind of played a doubleheader in game 1 as the Hawks lost 1-0 in 14 innings. Leading off the top of the second inning for the Hawks, Heather Himes. Swings and misses at that first pitch, takes that one low and away, 1-1 to count. Heather Himes was 1 for 5 in game 1. Yes, made some great defensive plays. It's going to take them a while to get, you got to get used to the speed. Megan Brock going quite a bit slower than Mackenzie Hepke. So, keep that back foot set, keep those hands back, and, look for a good pitch that you can drive. 2-1 to count on Himes. There's a ball hit hard right at the shortstop. Davis going to kind of misplay that a little bit. I want to give that an error. Is kind of right at her. Hit very, very hard. So, regardless, Heather Himes does her job, gets on base to lead off the top of the second inning. That'll bring up even win. That's a classic sitting there waiting for the ball. You wait for the ball plays you instead of you playing the ball, and odds are it's going to get by you just like it did right there. And the Hawks will take it, though. Even win scores around the bunt. It's going to go foul as Coach Tiffany Ray tips her hand there a little bit, thinking, I'm going to play for a run here. I don't know that Independence is going to score any more runs. We don't have to get all 3 of them back right away this inning here, so let's play for a run and get something. So far, Independence, there's a bunt down third base. Puffett picks it up, throws by the second baseman out into right field. And Himes is going to trot all the way over to third. So give that an error. I'm going to say probably on the throw because they made the second baseman kind of reach for it. Either way, it's an error. Back-to-back errors by the Mustangs that put Hawk runners at first and third, and Claire Demmer was going to come up. Demmer was 1 for 5 in that 14-inning first contest here. There's the runner is going to take off, and they're going to throw it down to second base. Beatty looked about it. Now they're going to go to another. They're going to try the second. They got her safe. So even win. Playing a little dangerously out there. She got kind of caught. They did throw it to the second baseman, Beatty, but she looked over third to see what Heather Himes was doing. And Wynn was going to go back, but then when she looked over and kind of took a couple steps toward third, so I might as well go to second then. Well, then she turned around and threw it to second, but thank goodness too late. So runners at second and third, and Demmer will step in there. Little check swing, but say you went too far. 0-2 to count now on Demmer. So out here for the Hawks. Hawks got a little something going on here with 2 errors. Again, trying to get back in this game. There's a swing and a miss. She dropped it. Going to have to throw to first. Gets her out on first, and on that play, she's easily going to score because the catcher had to come up the line. And by the time she did that, Heather Hines is going to come trotting in from third. So it's going to be a strikeout, 2 to 3 put out. But a run scored. Don't make any difference how you get them in there. A couple of errors and then a drop third strike, and the Hawks have got one on the board. Finally, that's 16 innings it took the Hawks to come up with a run. Now trail 3-1 here in game 2. Joanna Voss steps in there. Voss was 0 for 5 in game 1. Takes that first pitch called strike 1.
Yeah, she's due for a bigger right here. And full hitter. The left fielder's playing awful, not real deep out there. So we'll see if Voss can drive one.
Squares around the bunt. She puts it down. The runner coming in the third. Squeeze out a great play. Voss did her job of getting it down. That's going to be a 5-4 sacrifice RBI. Give her an RBI on that one, and Eva Wynn comes in and scores. So great strategy there by the Hawks on that squeeze bunt to run in the second run of the inning here. The Hawks now trail 3-2. 2 outs and nobody on, and the number 8 hitter, Taya Demmer, is going to step in there. She's playing designated player this game. She's batting for the pitcher, Emily Klosterman. Takes first pitch, ball 1. So we talked about in that first inning, it's going to take maybe 4, 5, 6 runs to win this game, and it looks like that easily here so far. So we're going to miss strike 1.
Back to that squeeze play, that was just great execution. She got a good pitch, got it down, and she put it in that no man's land out there between the pitcher and the third base, and a great execution there.
1-1. There's a high chopper hit off the base, goes down. Mary Puffer comes in, makes a throw, almost threw it away again. First baseman Zeeser has to make a long stretch, but she does make it. Nice play, nice catch there at first by Zeeser for out number 3. But the Hawks scored 2 runs on no hits, 2 errors, nobody left on. Score after 1.5. Independence 3, West Delaware 2. You listen to West Delaware Hawks softball on KMCH.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio, video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
Here headed in the bottom of the second inning, Independence with a 3-2 lead after winning game 1, 1-0 in 14 innings. Leading off for Independence will be the number 8 hitter, right fielder Kaylee Hush. Left-handed hitter step in there. Hush was 0 for 6. 0 for 5, excuse me, in game number 1. Takes that pitch for a strike. 1-1 the count.
Well, she's not going to hit the ball hard, but she's going to place it, try to dink it. She's got great speed.
There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Denver goes to her right, picks it up, throws over to first for out number 1. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, the pitcher, Megan Brock. Megan Brock was 0 for 5 in game 1. And 3 of those were ground balls to the first baseman as she really wasn't being able to catch up to the speed of the pitching of Macy Kleitz in game 1. So Brock steps in there. That first pitch is outside, ball 1. Yeah, it must have been outside because height-wise it was perfect, yeah. 1-0 the count on Brock.
We're sitting down the first baseline, so we can't see the plate exactly. You can tell location.
Swing and a miss on that one. 1-1 to count. 3 walks in that first inning for the Mustangs, and they plated all 3 of them on a bases-loaded triple by officials. That pitch is in there, called strike 2. 1-2 to count. Here we got our umpire that's always a little late on that call that you got to kind of watch. The 1-2 pitch, thought about it, held up, and the pitch goes high. 2-2 to count. And they asked if she swung. He says no. She thought about it. Yeah, she thought about it. She thought about it hard. But no, she didn't swing. She comes back with it. 3-2 pitch on that outside corner called strike 3. Strikeout number 4 in the game here for Emily Klosterman. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Sydney Hearn. She walked her first time up after going 0 for 6 in game number 1. Number 5, Sydney. Hawk Softball Invitational Friday, Saturday up the Beckman Complex. 2 games at 9 o'clock. North Lynn and North Fayette Valley, and Wahlert Catholic versus Independence. There's stretch for that one. Right back to Klosterman. Picks it up, throws over to first. 4 out, number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Independence in the bottom of the second inning. Score after 2 complete. Independence 3, West Delaware 2. You're listening to Hawk Softball from KMCH Sports.
West Bend's Home and Highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent, all with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact your local West Bend agent, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester at 927-2791.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination, or enjoy 2-for-1 happy hour every Monday through Thursday from 4 until 6 p.m. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Whether a door needs replaced or building a new home, let S&R Construction of Masonville take care of you. S&R Construction is the expert in home improvement projects, gutters, siding, garages, remodeling, new home construction, and more. Call Steve Petland today at 319-361-0638 for a free quote.
And welcome back to Hawk Softball on KMCH. Bill Logan and Roger Reed bringing you the second game of this Walnut Conference doubleheader between the Hawks and the Mustangs. Leading off, Leah Wegman, check swing, but she went too far. Behind the count now, 0-2. Leah Wegman 0 for 5 in game number 1. Megan Brock pitching here in game 2 for the Mustangs. Took a little something off that. Wegman was going to be way out in front of that swing. Check swing, and thank goodness it was out of the strike zone. 1-2 the count.
And the number 9 batter for the Hawks, so the first time she's seeing Brock. So that ball low and inside for ball number 2. 2-2 the count.
You know, according to radar, that black cloud over there did have a little rain, and it's raining now south of here, so... thank goodness it went south of here. We don't need that on top of it. It's getting cold here. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out number 1 here in the top of the third inning. That'll bring up leadoff hitter Eve Widower. She singled her first time up and then was out at home on a close play.
Now batting number 6.
Well, she'll come up. She was 3 for 6 in game 1, plus another hit here. So she's 4 for 7 tonight in the doubleheader. And that's a great night of hitting it, man. She didn't get cheated on that, so she might have put her back out on that one.
Would have took a full cut there.
She did not get cheated. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
She's trying to drive one over Hush's head.
All right, here's my little Dodger fan right here.
Yeah, she's sporting her favorite blue and white.
She is. She's got the blue and white Dodger shirt on here, and it's the Los Angeles Dodgers, in case anybody wants to know. Her sister's out here playing second base for the Mustangs, Beatty. Bob Beatty's her dad, so a nice little chat with her between games. There's a ground ball. Shortstop Davis goes over, picks it up, throws over to first just in time. Close play as Weatherwood gets right down the line there, and Davis didn't charge it real hard, but just enough to get her over there for out number 2, and that'll bring up Ella Kolak.
I didn't know if Davis was going to make that throw in time. She is pretty nonchalant.
Yes, she was.
Ball.
Yep.
It went so hard to her.
Yep. And for as fast as Weatherwood, she just about beat that out. First pitch to Kolak, high and outside, ball 1. 3-2 the score here in game 2, top of the third inning. 2 outs, nobody on for the Hawks. Tough luck loss for the Hawks in game 1, 1-0 in 14 innings. The winning run scored on an error by the Hawks. 2-0 the count now on Kolak. She had a sacrifice bunt here her first time up in game 2. She was 2 out of 6 in game number 1. There's a foul ball down the third baseline. 2-1 the count.
Megan Brock will not overpower you, but she's a really good spot pitcher, keeping the ball down. A lot of ground balls, and that's what you want, you know. Don't let them get their arms extended.
Nothing in the power lanes out there in the outfield. Tried to lay a bunt down for a hit. Going to foul that one. 2-2 the count. Now Kolak says, hey, I'm going to try to take advantage of my speed here. If I can get a bunt down, see if I can challenge that pitcher to come out of the circle. Mary Puffett's done a nice job coming up third baseline, so she's trying to put that one up the first baseline. 2-2 the count. Changed it up and had to recock and a swing, a little pop fly to second base. So great pitch there by Brock to keep Kolak off balance. 3 up, 3 down for the Hawks here in the top of the third inning. Go after 2.5. Independence 3, West Delaware 2. You're listening to West Delaware Hawks softball from KMCH Sports.
Are you an athlete or physically active in your free time? Even active people can have muscle tightness and joint pain or even experience the occasional injury. Regional Medical Center physical therapy treatment and prescribed exercises can help you recover faster, reduce injury, and build strength and stability. Call RMC Therapy Services today so you can get back into action as quick as possible. 563-927-7322.
Belichick's Landing, downtown Delhi. Open 7 days a week. Friday night buffet, Saturday night prime rib, and enjoy breakfast every Sunday from 9 to noon. Belichick's proudly supports all area athletes and coaches.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
For 16, Abby Davis.
Well, welcome back to Hawk Softball on KMCH. Bill Logan along with Roger Reed on cool, windy, chilly night here in Independence. Leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Mustangs, number 2 hitter Abby Davis is going to step in there. Abby 3 for 6. She had 3 of the 8 Mustang hits in game 1. And she didn't start. She started that inning with an out in the bottom of the 14th inning. But the batters behind her got the job done. There's a swing and a miss. 1-2 to count now. Emily Klosterman settling down here after a rough walk. The bases loaded in that first inning, and then Kenzie Fischels hit a hard one all the way to the fence in left field. So she's settled down and done a really nice job here since. Well, she threw 30 pitches the first inning. The second inning, she only threw 9. And this is number 4. There's a pop fly foul back out of play. Beyond the reach of our own Emily Payton there. She blew one in game 1. She had one hit right to her. I talked to her between games. She said it had a lot of spin on it when it hit her hand. But I didn't want to hear any excuses, so that pitch is low and inside. Davis trying to lead off the bottom third inning, getting on. 2-2 to count now. Emily Klosterman pitching game 2 here for the Hawks. There's a swing and a foul back into the screen.
But she's taking a big cut, too.
Yeah,
she makes contact on the ball. It's going to go. She's taking a big cut.
270 hitter on the year.
She's getting the front foot down, and she's taking a full cut at the ball. Klosterman comes with that rise ball.
2-2 pitch, a little low and inside. Full count here.
So the fans are getting their money's worth tonight. Concession stand's doing a great job. It's just a great night, a great softball.
Low and inside again, ball 4. So the 4th walk of the game for Emily. A leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 3rd. That'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Allie Jo Zeeser. She also walked in the first inning, came in and scored the 2nd run on that 3-run triple. Zeeser was 1 out of 6 for the Mustangs in game 1.
And she's their top hitter.
Squares around the bump, puts one down first baseline. Klosterman comes up, picks it up, throws it by, Kleitz at first. That'll be an error. And then they throw it all the way over to third. Not sure that Ella Kolak was definitely looking for it, but Allie Jo Zeeser is going to be safe on the air. And Davis is going to go all the way to third on that overthrow. So Independence with runners on first and third, nobody out, and the number 4 hitter, Mackenzie Hupke, is going to come in. She walked, and her courtesy runner came around, scored the 3rd run, and then takes that first pitch, called strike. The runner goes to second. Runners in difference there as Allie Joe Zeezer goes trotting down to second without a throw. Throw actually went down to third to see if they could catch Davis napping down there, but no do. 0-1 the count. There they tried a little maybe a squeeze of their own. Not sure the runner wasn't coming, but Hepke tried to put one down there, fouled it back. And I'm not sure if she did that on her own because I don't know. That's unusual for a hitter like her to try to do that. 0-2 the count. There's a fly ball out to left center field. Joanna Voss going to go and catch it. Runner third tag comes in. A nice job of throwing it to the cutoff. Oh, Mason cut it off. Then she throws it out in center field with nobody there. So they're going to send the runner all the way from second coming home, and she's going to slide in safely. So an RBI sacrifice fly by Hupke to the left fielder is going to get one RBI, and then Macy Kites thought she's going to try to pick the girl off at second base. So 2 errors here this inning have led to 2 runs here for the Hawks, and head coach Tiffany Ray is going to call timeout and tell our girls, settle down. Let's just play Hawk softball. We don't have to fall into this. There's 2 errors have led. They've got 5 runs, and they still have just 1 hit in the game here so far.
Yeah, and we talked about that 14-inning game, and you're a little bit tired physically and mentally.
Mentally more than anything right now, yeah, because it's just the physical stuff here that the Hawks are doing. But base is empty, 1 out, and Kenzie Fischels is going to step in. She had the big 3-run triple her last time up. Takes that first pitch outside, ball 1. So 5-2 your score here now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Independence won game 1, 1-0 in 14 innings. Really, really great pitching duel that first game. That pitch is in there, called strike 1. 1-1 to count on Fischels.
That was a really nice changeup. Got Fischels looking there, expecting the fastball. To that changeup in, now comes back with another fastball. Strike to the outside. Good pitch. Low and outside corner. 1-2's the count. Great combination of pitching there. Changeup, then coming back with that low fastball to the outside corner.
Klosterman heading the count now 1-2. Great location again down at the knees. Swung on a foul back into the screen by Fischels.
She takes a big cut too. We saw that on that triple. And that ball just dove right away from Voss out in left field and right past her.
We took a little something off that. Great pitch there. Had Fischels completely baffled. Called strike 3 for out number 2, and that'll bring up Brooke Beatty.
Now batting second base.
That strikeout number 5 now for Klosterman. Beatty was a strikeout pitcher her first time up, 1 for 6 in game 1. Steps in there from the left-hand side. Takes that pitch in there, called strike 1.
A really nice pitch. Left side, left-handed batter, low and outside on the right side. Great pitch to start with.
Pitch high, and I got 0-2 on the board. That looked like that was high. I didn't think he called that a strike, did he?
I think it's 1-1.
I think it's 1-1 as well. I don't think that one was called a strike. There's going to be a foul ball out of play over the third base line. Now it should be 1-2.
We think it's 1-2.
Yeah.
The umpire's looking at his clicker.
Yeah,
1-2.
We're on the same wavelength. There we go. They got it corrected on scoreboard now as they saw the umpire gave them the hand signal there. There's that good changeup again. Got her to swing wildly at that one, too. So back-to-back strikeouts to end the bottom of the 3rd inning. But Independence scores 2 runs on no hits, 2 Hawk errors. Score after 3 complete. Independence 5, West Delaware 2. You listen to Hawk Softball, KMCH Fords.
Hey KMCH listeners, GMB is proud to support our area athletes and help bring the sport to you. The GMB Bank team reminds you whatever your financial goals, we're here to help you reach them. Stop by our Manchester location or visit us online at gnbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as great incentives at taukemotors.com. If you are looking for a new pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Now batting for West Delaware at the top of the fourth.
So welcome back to Hawks softball on KMCH here from Independence tonight as the Hawks and the Mustangs doing battle here. Two ranked teams. Independence number 8 in 4A, Hawks number 9 in 4A, and every bit of that closeness in game one. Independence wins 1-0 in 14 innings. This game, we're in the top of the fourth inning. Independence leads 5-2 when leading off for the Hawks. Macy Kleitch behind in the count now 0-2. Independence scored 3 in the first. Hawks scored 2 in the second, and then Independence got those 2 back in the bottom of the third. Leads 5-2 here. There's a fly ball out to center field to Abby Myboard. She takes a couple steps back, and she'll catch it for out number 1. That'll bring up Heather Himes. Good contact by Kleitch there. They're getting that wind blowing in. It's starting to die down just a little bit, but still blowing enough to hold the ball up. So Heather Himes will step in there. She reached on an error her first time up, came around and scored the first run of the game for the Hawks. Takes that pitch in there, called strike 1. Himes was 1 for 5 in game 1. Hawks no runs on 8 hits that first game. There's a ground foul. Coach Raves, she kind of reached up. Her instinct was to catch it, and then she went, nope, I'm getting the heck out of the way. Just able to duck out there, and big old smile like, what the heck was I thinking? So she gets out of there safely. Everybody, coach, you're safe. That's fine. That's just good instinct down there. Your instinct was to go after and catch it, so your girls learn from you. So 0-2 to count now on Heather Himes. There was a hard shot again right at the shortstop. Picks it up, throws over to first for out number 2. And Heather Himes got nothing to show for that, but boy, she hit that ball hard. She did. That was a rocket off the bat. Again, that was a little bit of an off-speed pitch from Megan Brock, and she didn't quite get all of it. Eva Wynn's going to step in, and now she reached on an error and scored the second run of the game. Takes that first pitch outside corner, called strike 1. Eva Wynn 0 for 6 in game number 1. And Megan Brock on the mound for the Mustangs. There's just a little looper over the third baseman. Ted Davis goes over and picks it up. Makes a throw over there, but clearly way not in time as a Wynn beats that out. Probably maybe is a little bit ill-advised to even make that throw because as soon as they got over third baseman's head in the air, that base hit's written all over. So 2-out single, second hit of the game for the Hawks. Brings up Claire Demmer. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. But on that strikeout, the run came in. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Davis picks it up, throws over to first for out number 3. Hawks, no runs, a hit. 1 left on, score after 3.5. Independence 5, West Delaware 2. You listen to Hawks softball from KMCH Sports.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Craving authentic Mexican food? Then hurry down to Rio Blanco Mexican Restaurant in Manchester today. Enjoy the best margarita around with an order of fresh guacamole or cheese queso and chips. Rio Blanco features daily specials, an extensive menu with many authentic dishes to choose from, and a kids menu too. There's something for everyone at Rio Blanco Mexican Restaurant in Manchester.
Every good athlete recognizes the value of having a great coach. If you're buying or selling a home, make sure you team up with an experienced realtor to coach you through the process. I service the entire KMCH listening area. My office is located in Manchester, across from the hospital. Contact me, Teresa Turnus, from Keller Williams Realty for all your real estate needs.
Hawk softball on KMCH Tonight here, game number 2, Independence with a 5-2 lead, leading off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Mustangs. Mary Puppet hits a ground ball off the second baseman Himes, picks it up, throws over to first for out number 1. So quickly 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Kaylee Hush. She grounded out her first time up. Went 0 for 5 in game number 1. Steps in there from the left-hand side. Second game, Hawks lost game 1, 1-0 in 14 innings. And with a little good play in softball on Friday, these two teams could see each other first game on Saturday in the Hawks Softball Invitational. As Friday, Northland will play North Fayette Valley. Warwick Catholic will play Independence, and the two winners of that game will play again Friday. There's a grounder hit right back to Closeman, picks it up, throws over to first for out number 2. So quickly 2 up and 2 down. They'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Megan Brock. Those games will be 9 o'clock Friday morning, and the two winners there will play at 2:15 Friday afternoon. And if Independence could beat Warwick Catholic, Independence Northland, that could be a really, really good game.
Very interesting game there. I think Independence at Wahlert will be
that's going to be a great first-round game. Yeah, and Wallert's not a slouch either. First pitch to Brock, low, ball 1. And then in the 10:45 games, West Delaware plays Cedar Rapids, Washington. Cascade will play Starmont, and those two winners will play. There's a ground ball out to Himes, the second, picks it up, throws over to first for out number 3. Real quickly, 3 up, 3 down for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're through 4, Independence 5, West Delaware 2. You're listening to West Delaware Hawk Softball from KMCH Sports.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
No one can win a game by themselves. At F&M Bank, our team works together to achieve the ultimate goal, exceeding client expectations. F&M Bank is a proud supporter of all local sports teams. F&M Bank, the right choice in Manchester, Cedar Rapids, Anamosa, and Monticello. Member FDIC.
Just like you take pride in your vehicle, we take pride in the service work we provide. This is John from Georgian Auto in Manchester. Whether it's routine maintenance or major repairs, we'll take care of your car and get it back on the road. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is our complete focus.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning, before we can get on there, 1 pitch and 1 out as Joanna Voss takes the first pitch, and 1 hopper hit down to third baseman Mary Puppet, who's playing an outstanding third base defensively here tonight for the Mustangs. Picks it up and throws out Voss at first for out number 1. That'll bring up Taya Demmer.
So that took a really nice bounce for Puppet, but she still gloved it and made a great throw. So give her kudos. Good pitch by Brock. Good play by Puppet. Good contact by Voss.
Taya Demmer swings through that one. 1-1 count now. Demmer grounded out to third base, her first time up.
She's taking a cut. There's that changeup.
Yeah.
Brock's doing a great job changing speeds on the pitch. She's not doesn't throw nearly as hard as Mackenzie Hupke, and then she throws that changeup. I'll tell you what, it's hard to wait for it.
Yeah, it is. And she throws strikes. Hasn't walked any Hawk batters here yet. She puts in the strike zone and says, here it is, go ahead and hit it. I'm just going to rely on my defense behind me to make some plays and keep us in the game. So they are here so far. Hawks 2 runs on 2 hits here so far. 1-2 to count on Denver. There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 on the night for Megan Brock. That'll be 2 down here in the top of the 5th. That'll bring up Leo Wegman. She was a strikeout victim her first time up.
Megan Brock was a little drop ball, and Denver was over the top of it. The ball just kind of drops off the back of the plate when she keeps it down.
That pitch high and outside. 1-0 to count. Well, the Hawks try to get a little something going here. They scored 2 runs in that second inning on no hit. They've had a hit in the first and a hit in the third. There's a swing again, a little defensive swing, a pitch on the inner portion of the plate. So she's been jammed quite a bit here tonight. Yeah, that's such a hard pitch to hit because you get your arms extended and all you have is the neck of the bat for the ball to go off of. The clock working inside again, low and inside for ball 2. Coach Hupke calling the pitches for Independence over there, working the inside portion of that plate. Just going to say that she throws it outside. Okay, I can't get a strike inside, so I'm going to go on the outsider portion, see what happens. But now, Weckman ahead in the count 3-1, 2 away here in the top of inning number 5. It's ball 4. Ball 4, so a 2-out walk. See if we can make that hurt here a little bit, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Eve Wedeworth. We'll be sending in a courtesy runner here for the Hawks. That's going to be Mia Payton that's going to go out there and be the courtesy runner.
Courtesy running at first base.
Eve Wedeworth is going to come up. Eve was 3 out of 6 in game 1 and 1 for 2 here in game 2. So she's had a nice job here tonight. Batting leadoff here tonight for the Hawks. So she just hits the ball hard when she makes contact. Right fielder took a couple steps back. Gets cut by Wedeworth. Straight back into the screen, yeah. She's swinging hard. 1 strike to count here. Peyton on a first with 2 down here. Hawks trail 5-2 here in game 2. Tough loss in game 1, 1-0 in 14 innings on an error. Pitch outside, 1-1 to count. And we talked about it probably from about the 6th or 7th inning here, as good a pitching duels that was, and very few runners getting on base. That was probably going to be the outcome by one of the teams. And Macy Kleitch, a perfect game through 6 1/3 innings before Abby Davis broke up the no-hitter in the 7th inning. But a whale of a contest by both teams in game 1. Mustangs come out ahead 1-0. That pitch is ball 2-1. Now Wedeworth can really look for something to her liking. Takes that low and away again. 3-1 to count. And Brock doesn't want to give in to Eve here because Eve, for a gal no bigger than she is, she's got a good swing and put some power behind that. And she can smack the ball. Ground ball, second base. Beatty, she thought about tagging the runner in front of her.
That was a close play.
That was really close because then all of a sudden I missed her, so now I'm going to have to throw it to first. But they do throw her out for out number 3. So Hawks, no runs, 1 left on, score after 4.5. Independence 5, West Delaware 2. You're listening to Hawk Softball on KMCH.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Manchester, I'm looking out for what matters to you. Even when nothing's wrong, this is Tad Mormon, agent. Call me at 563-927-3586 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance, Tad Mormon agent, 106 East Main Street, Manchester. Tonight's a great time to try the new stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Ranch. Have one delivered while you're listening to the game, grab one for carryout, or enjoy the Pizza Ranch buffet. Then satisfy your sweet tooth with some chocolate cactus bread. Pizza Ranch in Manchester, Independence, and Owine.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Welcome back into Independence for some more Hawk softball on KMCH. Hawks trail 5-2, heading into the bottom of the 5th inning, leading off for the Mustangs. Leadoff hitter Sydney Hearn steps in there. She walked and scored in the 1st inning, and then grounded out at the end of the 2nd inning. 1-1 to count on her now. The Mustangs lead 5-2 here. Mustangs won game 1, 1-0 in 14 innings. Great pitched high school ball game. You are probably not going to see a better pitch game in the state of Iowa this year. I mean, there were 2 great pitchers and went after each other, toe to toe for 14 innings. And
they won the game on an error, and that's kind of you knew what was going to happen with two great pitchers. Take that error away, we might still be playing. We'd still could be, yeah. Well, they'd have had the sub pitches there pretty quick because they both had a lot of pitches. There was a ball nupped out in front of the home plate. Ella Kolak picks it up, throws it out short. I'm going to give that a base hit because even with a good throw, she is going to beat that out. And that's one of those ones. That's a swinging bunt, and that's a base hit. Especially with a left-hander coming out of there. So nice job by Sydney Hearn getting out of the box and getting down there. Lead-off single for the Mustangs. Going to bring up number 2 hitter, Abby Davis. Abby Davis went 3 for 6 in game 1. Mustangs had 8 hits, and she had 3 of them. They're trying to bunt, and good pitch there by the pitcher. When you know somebody's scoring around the bunt, try to bring it up, elevate the pitch in the strike zone so that maybe they'll bunt it and pop it up in the air. Exactly what they did there was over in front of the dugout foul.
Don't talk about getting it above their hands on that first pitch so you get a pop-up.
Pitch is a called strike. Abby Davis wasn't real happy with it. It looked like it was on the lower outer portion of the plate. So there again, when you're sitting there holding that bat, I don't know that sometimes coaches teach that to hold the bat at about a 45-degree angle. That's what she was doing there, and no way you're going to get that outside pitch on a bunt. So the 0-2 pitch fouled over the first base dugout out of play. I was always taught bring that bat out, and then you can take it up or down, and easier to control the bat. But everybody teaches a little bit different. The 0-2 pitch, nice close pitch there. Right ideal, Emily. Great location there. 1 and 2 to count.
Must have been just a little bit outside.
5 runs for Independence. They still have just one, or that was a second hit, that bunt single right there. But sure, they're taking advantage of what the Hawks are giving them here in game 2.
Some of those 5 runs are earned.
Well, 3 of them would have been on the walk, on a bases loaded walk. The other 2 would have been unearned.
So some gifts there for the Mustangs.
Oh, she went too far. Good call by the umpire there. As unable to hold up to a great pitch there by Emily Klosterman. Strikeout number 7 for Emily here in game 2. More importantly, got that out without the runner being able to advance. Hawks can't afford to give up any more runs here, trailing 5-2. We'll bring up number 3 hitter, Allie Jo Zeezer. She's walked and reached on an air and scored both times. She was 1 for 6 in game 1. First pitch to strike 1.
That was a great pitch by Klosterman. Got it to the outside corner, and again, if Zeezer would have made contact, it would have just dribbled off the end of the bat. Comes that changeup.
Beautiful pitch. She had her all off balance. No way, she couldn't even pull the trigger on that one. So great pitch there. I'd love to have seen that one on the 2-strike pitch there. That now she's ahead in the count 0-2 with 1 out. Goes right after the fly ball to the right fielder. Eve Wetterer is going to take about 4 steps in, catch it, and throw it back in. So out number 2. And there again, that runner unable to advance from first. That'll bring up the number 4 hitter, designated player, Mackenzie Hupke. She walked. Her courtesy runner came around and scored on that bases-loaded triple. And then she hit an RBI sacrifice fly to knock in the 4th run. And then throwing error brought in the 5th one on that same play. Strike. Hupke takes that pitch, called strike 1. Hupke 2 for 5 in game 1 with an intentional walk. Changeup hits the front of the plate, bounces over. Wegman, a catcher, hits the umpire's mask. And then Sydney Hearn will advance to second on that wild pitch. You don't see that happen too often. And it hit right on that, right on the front of the plate. Oop, I think I just saw it again out there. Kind of whisper that when I say that. I don't want the umpires to hear us, because then we'll have a 30-minute delay. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Hupke. Check my lightning meter here real quick. That I don't know if they call. We're a complete game right now. Yeah, we don't sit around and wait. There's a deep fly ball left center field. Oh man, there's about a foot or so underneath the left center field fence, and she got absolutely every piece of that pitch. Wow. And if that's 220 out there, she got a 219. I was told by a couple of fans and some Independents that's longer 220. So she hit that an awful long way. A 2-out double to left center field makes the score now 6-2. And that'll bring up Kenzie Fischel. She had a base load triple her first time out.
Number 20, Kenzie.
Man, that was a rocket. But you know what? The Hawks outfielders did a great job holding her up only to a double. There's a swing and a miss by officials. 1 strike to count. But she tattooed that. She got all of it. And just about chain link. Just about drove it out of the park. There's a little looper going to land in short left field. Hupke's going to come around and score another run here, a 2-out single by Fischels, her 4th RBI of the game. Makes the score now 7-2 in favor of the Mustangs. Coach Tiffany Rave is going to call timeout. They're going to have a courtesy runner. Number 2, Jaden Schultz. For the catcher, we're going to have a pitching change. Wow. Number 20, Taya Dummer. Yeah, that's Macy. Whew. Yeah, they're going to bring they're going to bring Macy Kleitch in 21 coming in because she's going to go play first base. Wow. So they're going to bring in Macy Kleitch here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So put Klosterman down for 4 2/3 innings. And she's responsible for the runner. Gave up 7 runs so far.
Your attention, pitching for West Delaware is
on 4 hits, 3 of them this inning. 4 walks. 7 strikeouts. And Macy Kleitch has finished her warm-up pitches. Taya Demmer comes in to play first. Just a little rotation as Emma Klosterman's going to go in the dugout. Macy goes first to pitcher, and Taya Demmer comes from the bench to first. So she'll come in there, and Brooke Beatty is going to come up the bat now. She's a left-hander. And see if they can stop the bleeding here as the Independents scored 3 in the first, 2 in the third, and 2 in the 5th. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. I think that's supposed to be a steal there, and the runner at first is going to look like it. Well, maybe you hope it was. They got 0-2. Wasn't that their first pitch? There's 0-2 now. Yeah, thought that was first pitch. 0-2 now to Brooke Beatty, and she's been overpowered on both of these first 2 pitches here from Macy Kleitch. So she'll step back in there. Beatty has struck out now all 3 times here in game 2. So that'll end the 5th inning here for the Mustangs. They score 2. Score after 5. Independence 7. West Delaware 2. You're listening to West Delaware Hawk Softball from KMCH Sports.
Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility, start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
Hello, this is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence. We are proud to support local school programs. So if you are looking for a new Chevy, Buick, or certified used car or truck, or just want to stop and say hi, stop in. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence.
Clayton Drug supports all the area athletes and coaches on a successful season. Stop in and visit with one of their pharmacists today and be sure to check out their large selection of home decor and gift items. Clayton Drug in Strawberry Point, a local pharmacy you can trust.
For the best selection of Chevy, Buick, and GMCs in the area, see Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester. We offer straightforward pricing and carry a low overhead, so we can pass those savings on to you. We also take care of you after the sale and offer a state-of-the-art service department with ASE trained technicians. For a full list of our inventory, visit us on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
Cover that. And welcome back to Independence. Starting to sprinkle here a little bit, and we're going to get the umbrella on, try to cover the equipment here. As, I don't care about me getting wet. I just need the papers underneath there and equipment under here. We're going to snuggle together a little bit as ground out for the Hawks there as Kohak grounds out, and that'll bring up Macy Kleitch. She fouls that pitch back. She called first strike, and then she fouled that one back. It's even raining heavier now. It's not just a sprinkle. It's pretty good rain here now. We saw the L word out to the west. It's coming close here, but now we've got some sprinkles coming in. There's a line shot out in left center field. Gonna split the outfield as Kleitz is going around first, and she just kind of took her off, and she kind of let up a little bit. She looked over there, and she might be a little poop. She pitched 180 pitches in game 1 and been playing game 2 at first base. She might be a little tired, so I don't need to try to stretch a triple out. If I get thrown out, it's going to be big trouble. So a 1-out double by Macy Kleitz is going to bring up Heather Himes. First pitch is low, ball 1. Himes steps back in there. There's a high chopper, one hopper hit to Davis. Now they got Kleitz hung up between second and third. Beatty throws to third baseman. Nobody there. She slides back in safe. Good hot box there. She did a nice job. Pup did a good job of running her back, but ran her back too far. And she got back in there, so Heather Himes is going to be safe on the fielder's choice. Runners are first and second, 1 out, and that's going to bring up Eva Wynn. The center fielder was very late getting back in for that pickle. There's another ground ball hit to Davis, a short, picks it up, throws over to third, makes a short throw, gets her out at third. Gonna go 6-5, fielder's choice for out number 2, and Claire Demmer will step up. So we'll see how. Ooh, there was some big, like, I don't know how they missed that one. Well, I know how they did. The base umpire's got his back to it, and the home plate umpire was looking straight down. So cleaning the plate off. Yeah, that's probably a good thing, because if they saw it, we just saw, look at the fans are coming out of the stands. I would if I was them. There's a hard shot by Puffer to third. Runner's coming around second. She's going to score. So give Claire Demmer an RBI single, as Heather Himes comes around and scores the third run of the game for the Hawks. Wynn stops at second. It's all with 2 outs. The Hawks have got Megan Brock's timing down at this point. Bring up Joanna Voss. She had a sacrifice bunt her first time up and then grounded out, leading off the 5th. But they get some hard hits on Brock here in this 6th inning. Check swing called strike on Voss. I feel like I'm in a football game. Chilly, it's raining. This is football Friday nights right here. 1 strike to count. Another check swing. That's too far outside. 1-1 to count on Joanna Voss. 7-3 your score here in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch is rolling inside. 2-1 to count. See if Voss can keep things going here for the Hawks. There's 2 outs. The Hawks are doing all this damage with 2 outs. There's a big swing by Voss, and she's going to foul it off back to the screen. Count still remains 2-2 with 2 outs. The left fielder's playing awful shallow for. Oops, there it was again. Yep. Nope. I thought maybe the home plate umpire saw that one. There's another shot right up center field. 1 run's going to come in. Runner from first is going to head to third. And we're going to throw an overthrow. And they never thought about coming up. Smarter idea just to stay there. But give Joanna Voss an RBI single to center. As Eva Wynn comes around to score, and Denver goes to third. And on that overthrow, Voss is going to go into second, so he's going to have to give her the second on the throw, on the air. Then we're going to have a new pitcher for Independence, I believe. Heather Hupke coming out, and she's going to high-five Megan Brock. And guess who we might see? I'm not sure. Haven't seen anybody take the mound yet. I think they're going to bring Mackenzie back in. She threw 160 pitches the first game, and there she comes. Yep. Yeah. How many did Macy have? Macy threw 180. 180. 180. You'd have to count it real high to get to 180. Yep. So Heather Hupke has said, Mackenzie, come on out. Let's finish this game up. We don't want to give this thing up leading 7-4. She threw a 14-inning shutout here, so we didn't think we'd see this in game 2. We thought both of them would probably go because with the amount of pitches, you just got to go with what you got there and let these girls rest a little bit. But there's bragging rights between these 2 schools, and neither one of them wants to lose to each other. And, just for that, it'd be nice to see both teams win both games
Friday in the Hawk Softball Invitational and meet each other Saturday. Speaking of that, I'll talk about brackets here a little bit for you. We'll go down through them. 9 o'clock game, we'll have North Lynn playing North Fayette Valley and Waller Catholic playing Independence. The 10:45 games, I have West Delaware playing Cedar Rapids, Washington, Cascade playing Starmont, and Williamsburg playing Maquoketa Valley. The 12:30 games, we'll have Linn-Mar playing Crestwood, Beckman Catholic playing Edco, and Key High playing Monticello. Those are all your first-round brackets, and they'll all play a second game. You win your first one, you go to the winner's side. Lose your first one, you go to the loser's side. But every team will play 2 games each day, and they'll play out a true champion, and all the way every place will be played out. So lots of great softball. 5 of those teams are ranked. We'll see if all 5 or maybe another one might sneak in there this week. But we're ready to go as Mackenzie Hupke has finished her pitches. And that first pitch is strike 1. Taya Demmer's going to step in there. And there she pitched one off of there and goes just to the left of Hupke. She goes over and picks it up. And throws her out for out number 3. But the Hawks do score 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 left on. The score after 5.5. Independence 7, West Delaware 4. You listen to Hawk Softball from KMCH Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
And welcome back to Hawk Softball on KMCH. Bottom of the 6th inning, Mustangs with a 7-4 lead here. Leading off for the Mustangs, Mary Puppet that's going to step in there. She's 0 for 2 so far here in Game 2. Kleitch in her 2nd inning of relief here from Emily Klosterman. Ahead in the count now, 0-2. And this rain just kind of popped up from the north. It's going to last a little bit longer here. There's bigger stuff over in the Waterloo Cedar Falls area on the radar, some heavier rain, and that's where the lightning that we're seeing is about 14 miles away, according to the radar. So foul ball there. Count remains 0-2 on Puppet. Well, hopefully it can still keep moving south. Yeah, and it is going more south, a little bit east, but more south. So if it stays that way, you know, sometimes these umpires, depending upon the umpire crew, some of them, if they saw lightning, they'd stop, and some of them say, well, where's it at? Because if it's not coming any closer, we'll just let it go. Well, pitch a ball. That's 2-2 to count. Outside, 3-2. It's a Kleitch 180 pitches the first game, pitched a whale of a game, and had to take the loss. There's a ground ball up the middle. Heather Himes tries to go over and knock it down, but she can't. That'll be a leadoff single by Mary Puffett. That's her first hit of the night. That's her first hit. That's her first hit of the night. She went 0 for 6, 0 for 2. So, yeah, that's 1 out of 9 now. But did a nice job of hitting her right where it come from, right back up the middle out into center field. That'll bring up Kaylee Hush. She's 0 for 2 here in Game 2. Steps in there from the left-hand side of the plate. Tries to bunt, foul ball. And once again, she's trying to run before she bunts. And again, you see that a lot from a slapper. So she's moving in the box, trying to put the bunt down. Ella Kolak way in at third base. West Delaware infield way in. There's a bunt by Hush. Macy Kleitz goes over, picks it up, throws to Demmer at first for a 1-3 sacrifice.
There again, good communication. Kolak was in there, but Macy says, I got it. I got a better position on this one. So one out here, and runner at second, and that's going to bring up Megan Brock. Brock is 0 for 2, and she was 0 for 5 in game 1. She hit everything to the right side, so pitch is outside, ball 1. Swings a big bat. She takes a big cut at the ball. Rain has lightened up here a little bit, but still raining. There's a ground ball by Demmer. Himes goes and picks it up, throws over there, but then Demmer dropped it, so that'll be an error on the first baseman on the throw over there. It just fell out of her glove, and then they're going to put a courtesy runner in there for Megan Brock. That was almost a 3-4-3. Yeah, for the out. Yeah. Yeah, Demmer went over to get it, couldn't get it. So literally went back to the base. Himes backing her up there, got it, threw it over there, but I think Demmer had thoughts of watching the runner and took her eye off a little bit and dropped one there. Third error of the game for the Hawks. Now, Mustangs runners at first and third. One out, and the leadoff hitter, Sydney Hearn, is going to come up. She scored 2 of the 7 runs. She walked and scored in the first inning, and then she singled leading off the 5th inning and scored and had a ground out in between there. So she's had a good second game here for the Mustangs in that leadoff spot. And she tries to bunt that first pitch down and fouls it off. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Demmer, don't do that, girl. Just keep it in the infield, and exactly what she did. Infield single. Don't try to throw it over to first, because that runner from third probably would have tried to score. And from there, when you got to dive to it, go to your knees, you're not going to throw out a left-handed slap hitter. So great play there by Demmer to keep the ball in the infield and not allow that run to score. Yeah, if that would have squeaked by, that run would have scored very easily. Abby Davis, the number 2 hitter, is going to step in there. She struck out twice and walked. And when she walked, leading off third inning, came around and scored. She was 3 for 6 in game 1. She's been swinging a good bat tonight. Fouls that first pitch off. Takes that second pitch right in there, called strike 2. So got to go right after her and put her in the books. Hopefully with the K here. No room for her on the base pass. And they are bases loaded. That pitch blown away. Right idea with the 2-strike pitch. Don't give her anything good. See if she'll expand that zone. Yeah, great pitch. Ground ball. She would have made contact with it. Great pitch by Macy Kleitsch there. 1 of 2 pitches swung on a foul right at the feet of Leah Wegman there. Can't find it right off the bat. And then she gets a little help from teammate Ella Kolak back there by the brick wall behind home plate. So we're ready to go. 1-2 pitch from the relief pitcher here in game 2, Macy Kleitsch. Foul right over in front of us here. Ted Demmer's going to come over and pick it up. Count's going to remain 1-2. We got to give these girls credit. They're still playing hard. Oh, they're playing hard. It's cold out there. It's wet out there. The wind's blowing. You're in the 20th inning. Yeah, you're in the 20th inning of playing softball tonight. Yeah, going on almost 4 hours, and they're still playing hard. You know, that's what this game means to both teams. It is. And neither one's going to give this up. Exactly right. There's bragging rights here, and I'll tell you what. There's a ground ball out in the right field. 1 run's coming in, running around second, gonna head home. She's going to be thrown out at the plate. So 1 run does come in. Great throw by Eve Wedewer from right field. She picked that up. Nice crow hop, 1 bounce throw. Nice tag by Himes, the catcher for West Delaware. What a great play. That'll be out number 2. So nice job by Wedewer to cut the run one off. The runner's at second and third now. Sydney Hearn over at third. Davis at second on the throw home, but nice job by Eve Wedewer to cut down the runner. There's going to be a fly ball down the right field line. Eve Wedewer comes over and makes a nice dive. The umpire says no, she dropped it. She had it from what we saw, and then as she was diving, it must have just came out because then the base umpire was giving her a safe signal. So I'm going to give that a double because she had it, but yet when she hit the ground, it dropped out. It would have been an outstanding play to drop that. Head coach Tiffany Rave's going to call timeout now. And those 2 runs now make the score 10-4 in favor of the Mustangs. And she's just saying, come on, girls, we got to persevere. We got to get this inning out here. Let's just keep our daubers up and keep going and finish this game strong. Yeah, you're exactly right. That was a great effort by Weaver out there. That ball just tailed away from her enough. You know, when you're throwing those outside pitches and that ball goes off the end of your bat, it's naturally going to slice away from you. And she's a left-hander besides out there, so she has to go across her body to make the catch. The right-hander's got easier play out there. Of a great effort. That'll bring up the bat Mackenzie Hupke. Walked, and her courtesy runner scored in the first inning. An RBI sacrifice fly in the third, and an RBI double off the chain link fence out in left center field her last time up. If it says 220 all the way around out there, that was about 219 because it was about a foot from sailing over the fence out there in left center field. 1-on-1 pitch, fly ball out in the right center field. Center fielder Eva Wynn comes over and she catches it for out number 3. But the Independence Mustangs put up another 3 on the board. Go after 6 complete. Independence 10, West Delaware 4. You'll listen to Hawk Softball from KMCH Sports.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance. We service most major brands of appliances, and we are Manchester's exclusive KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Stop in and see us today in the Big Blue Building on West Main in Manchester, or call 563-927-3200.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404 for more information. Your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber. Big town quality with small town service.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Whether you are thinking of buying or selling your home, give Homefront Realty a call. We are here to be your advisor, negotiator, and facilitator in the real estate game. Homefront Realty will save you time so you can spend your time cheering on the Hawks. Call Homefront Realty at 927-2111.
And welcome back to Independence Hawk Softball on KMCH. Bill Logan and Roger Reed bringing you the contest here tonight. Leading off the top of the 7th inning, number 9 hitter Leah Wegman, check swing, going to go off her bat, foul. 1 strike to count. Mustangs have just had a nice job tonight taking advantage. They scored 3 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and 3 in the sixth. Done a nice job of consistently getting runners on and bringing them in. That pitch is inside, 1-1 to count. Now the Hawks got to adjust their bats again. You go from Megan Brock, now you're back to Mackenzie Hupke, who's throwing hard again. So now you got to adjust your bat speed again and get your timing back down. Yeah, both of these starting pitchers are going to be relief pitchers in this game, and man, have they done an outstanding job here tonight. Tough luck loss for Hawks in game 1. There's a little foul ball down the left field line as, again, on that inner portion of the plate, handcuffed it. Wegman there a little bit, spoiled the pitch. 1-2, still the count here with nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Hawks got to come up with at least 6 here to keep this thing going, or the Mustangs will pull off the doubleheader sweep here tonight. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for out number 1. First strikeout here in game 2 for Hupke. She had 15 in game number 1. 1 out here at the top of the order. Eve Wetterwer will step in. She's 1 for 3 here tonight. She was 3 for 6 in game 1. There's a swing and a foul, strike 1. She's still up there getting her money's worth out of the cut. She's taking a big cut from the left side. Looking to make contact. I'm telling you what, when she makes contact, the ball will go. Right fielder has backed up a couple of steps. Second baseman slid way over to pull. That pitch is low and in the dirt. 1-1 to count. Pitchers, I think, have done a nice job here the last couple innings. Just a light rain out there now, but that ball's got to be getting wet as it hits the dirt. Throwing a foul back into the screen. 1-2 to count on Wetterwer. That rise ball, Hupke back working that rise ball when she gets ahead in the count. That's a hard ball to lay off of. It looks like a strike coming in, and it just tails up as it comes to the plate. 1-2 pitch is low. 2-2. One out here in the top of the 7th inning. Game 2. Innings-wise, it's actually game 3. We had a 14-inning game 1. There's a ground ball to the shortstop to her left. Davis goes over and makes a nice play. Low throw, but scooped out by Zezer at first. Nice play by Davis to go to her left and get it, and then to make the throw. What a nice scoop at first. So 2 good plays on there by the Mustangs. Out number 2, and Hawks down to their final out. And they'll send Ella Kolak up. She's 0 for 2 plus a sacrifice bunt here in game 2. So those are the plays right there where teams win ball games, where you make great plays behind the pitcher that pitch your heart out here tonight. Well, and that gives your pitcher confidence. My defense is backing me up. I'm going to continue throwing strikes. There's a pitch in there called strike 1-1 to count. I think I saw somewhere too. I think I'll have to check it out for the weekend. I think Hupke signed a letter of intent to go to Drake. Yes, I think she did. Play softball. I think that's right. Yep. Foul back in the scene, 1-2. So Hawks possibly down to their last strike. So they trail 10-4 here in the top of the 7th inning, 2 away. Drake, nobody on. Drake made the NCAA tournament. Yeah, they're going to get a good one to Mackenzie Hupke too. She is every bit what they advertise her at. Good hitter, good pitcher. 1-2 still to count as Kolak fouls that out of play. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Hawks here in the top of the 7th inning. Game 2 in the books, as the Mustangs are going to come away with a doubleheader sweep here as they win game 1, 1-0 in 14 innings. Game 2, 10-4. And we'll be back with some game totals here and some comments. You listen to Hawk Softball on KMCH.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
This is Jamie Vasky from Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester. For residential or commercial plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, and top-quality Lennox furnaces and air conditioners, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street, Manchester, or call 927-2232.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all of your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, Independence, one last time here post-game. For Independence is Mustangs ranked number 8 in Class 4A. Pull off the doubleheader sweep against the number 9 ranked West Delaware Hawks, 1-0 in 14 innings in Game 1, 10-4 in Game 2. Game 2 for the Mustangs. They scored 10 runs on 8 hits, 3 Hawk errors. They left 3 on base. Pitching combination of Emily Klosterman and Macy Clark struck out 8 and walked 4 and didn't hit anybody. For the West Delaware Hawks in Game 2, 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 Mustang errors. They left 4 on base. Pitching combination of Megan Brock and Mackenzie Hupke struck out 5 and walked 1. So, great first game. Second game, Independence did what they had to do. They jumped on the Hawks for 3 runs in the first, and sometimes when you get that first inning momentum, everything just kind of flowed in their way.
Yeah, that was hard for the Hawks to start out that second game down 3. You're looking for a split. You're down 3, and then you got to fight back. They did fight back. They got back within 3-2, and they just couldn't get over that hump. They get a runner on base. They couldn't get a timely hit, and that's the way softball is, especially when these two teams get together. 2 outstanding teams. Independence with state tournament experience. They've got a senior-dominated team, and they got a great pitcher, great catcher, and West Delaware's up and coming. Clyde's threw a great game. She threw 208 pitches tonight in 2 games. She's going to be sore tomorrow. She's going to have some ice on that arm, so she's ready for Saturday. But, when these 2 teams get together, as we said earlier, Bill, nobody wanted to lose either game, and they fought for 21 innings. 21 innings of softball tonight. These teams fought tooth and nail. They threw punches at each other, and Independence just happened to get the better of both games tonight.
Yeah, great first game here. In the second game, just got away from them a little bit here, but these two teams could see each other come Saturday. Both teams will take a day off tomorrow, do a little rest, a little recuperation, a little preparation, and Independence will be one of 15 teams coming to Manchester Friday and Saturday for the 16-team Hawk Invitational. 16 teams, each team will play 2 games Friday and 2 games Saturday. These two teams, if they each win their first 2 games Friday, they'll match up against each other the first game on Saturday. So Hawks would sure love to see that, and so would a lot of the Hawk fans. So good luck to the Hawks this weekend. A lot of area schools coming in there. We'll go down this bracket one last time here tonight here for you. As here are your games coming up on Friday. 9 o'clock games have Northland and North Fayette Valley and Waller Catholic playing Independence, and those 2 winners and the 2 losers will play each other the second game. The next bracket has West Delaware playing Cedar Rapids, Washington, Cascade playing Starmont, Williamsburg playing Pecocata Valley. Those are the 10:45 games Friday. 12:30 games will have Linn-Mar playing Crestwood, Beckman Catholic playing Edco, and Key High playing Monticello. You win your first game, you advance to the right on the bracket. You lose your first game, you advance to the left on the bracket. But each team will play a second game, the last game scheduled Friday for approximately a 5:45 start. But you got to be aware, if they're running ahead of schedule, if they get a half hour ahead, they will play a half hour ahead of time to keep things moving there, to keep things going instead of have to sit around and wait a half hour and lose a crowd because they're sitting there waiting for a half hour for a game to start. So be there early. Also want to tell you, Friday, drive for your school. The West Delaware Hawk Booster Club will have Lundy Ford out there with some new vehicles. Go out for a test drive Friday. I think it's from 11 to 4, I believe it is, on Friday, when you can go up to the Beckman Complex. Lundy Ford will have some vehicles out there, test drive, and with every test drive, they will donate $20 to the West Delaware Hawk Booster Club. So come on out and earn some Hawks for the money for the Hawk Booster Club and enjoy some great high school softball because of these 16 teams, 5 of them are ranked. So some great softball coming up. I want to thank dual team in the studio tonight. Ashley Bick and Taylor Hemmer coming in tonight to work a little overtime tonight so we could bring you this conference doubleheader. I want to thank Roger Reed for coming over tonight with me and helping me broadcast these 2 games. Many thanks to the West Delaware Hawk Sports Boosters. Without their help, high school athletics just wouldn't happen on KMCH. So many thanks to the Constant Sports Boosters. My name is Bill Logan. I want to thank you for listening to West Delaware Hawk Softball.